Hello fragrance friends, it's Six Pack Sarah. First of all, I would like to say welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm excited to share with you my love and hopefully your love of home fragrance in various forms. My number one love is Scentsy, but I do burn candles, and I am excited that they are offering candles now. And I have started using vendor wax and lots of the things. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you stick around. So my last candle update was when we were switching from spring to summer. So my numbers are going to be based off of that last video. I'm going to show you what I've made progress on, and then I'll show you what candles I'm looking forward to burning for the fall time. So back in the beginning of summer, my spring-summer candle list had 13 candles in it, and my goal was to get it on 10 or under, and I'm happy to report I did get it down to 9. I had assumed I was going to actually do more, but while we had some cool months and days that were good for candle burning, we also had quite a few warm days. So between that and being gone quite a bit this summer, I managed to just get through 4. But that's okay, because that's still under my goal number. My ultimate goal is to get down to 10 or less candles per season. So that part, that's my one that's in the right numbers. Okay, so if you want to see kind of where those candles were when we began, I'll link the video below in the description. But let's see where I made it to. First, we will do the used up candles. Okay, so if you saw any of my empties, you might have seen these already, so I won't get into huge detail. But okay, obviously this one isn't empty, but I did put it in my candle crock. So the wicks are all crazy, like they're not even up there and they're on the sides. I was thinking I might burn this one a little bit more, but I just wanted to use it. I've had it for a few years. This is a candle from Kohl's, from Sonoma Goods for Life, Summer Berry Lemonade, and the notes are lemonade and mixed summer berries, and it really did well in my candle crock. It had just a nice fruity background, so most of the wax melts I used alongside of it worked really good. I can smell a teeny bit of it. Yeah, but it was definitely better for me for like a background scent rather than the main scent, so I am glad I did it in the candle crock. And I just want to say that while I'm not really buying Kohl's candles for the most part anymore, they have the best jars. When you can get a good sale, these are actually worth it just for the jar if you want to do storing things in jars or decorating that way. These are really good quality jars, better than Bath & Body Works, I have to say. Okay, I also finished up a strawberry pound cake candle from Bath & Body Works. I love this packaging so much, so I may reuse this somehow. I also finished this one in my candle crock. When I started this summer, I think I had about half, so I used a little bit of it by burning, and then I just went ahead and did the candle crock for the rest. I'm guessing the temperature warmed up, and I was like, all right, we just need to do that. So I did that. Okay, then I used up this little guy from our own candle company, Vanilla Waffle Cone. The first candle I tried in this format, unfortunately the wick went like way to the side, like I couldn't burn it. I'm happy to report that this one burned a lot better, but just like my other two, I didn't really smell much, and it could just be that it's a tiny vessel. So I did just burn it just to burn it because when it's in the candle crock, it doesn't do much either. So I just burned it, kind of went along with my other scents, and then I just did the very bottom in the candle crock just for the heck of it, I guess. So that one's done. And then the other one that I used up is I'm using it up right this second. So the wick is gonna burn out any second now, so I will insert that here. Here it is, Fruit Loops. This one is really good, also from Smith & Company, and I'll show you the inside. So when I get to the bottom, I stubbornly keep burning it because the flame is so tiny. I don't worry too much, even though you're really supposed to quit when it's, what, a 1/4 inch? But I mean, there's still wax in there, right? Anyway, I was able to use up this whole thing and enjoyed it a lot. Definitely smells like other vendor Fruit Loops. It's great. So that's the last one I used up for the spring and summer months. So those are the ones I actually used up. Now we will go through the ones I made progress on. There were several I didn't do at all, so I'm gonna ignore those for this video. One that I worked on was the Bath & Body Works Disney Princess Ariel candle. And this has notes of sea salt breeze, golden citrus, and coral waters. I honestly almost just left it unburned, but my husband took me to a dinner theater and we saw The Little Mermaid. So when we got back from that, I was like, it's time, I'm gonna light it. I think I used it twice. It had a good pool. It was not the hottest burn, but there was no problem pooling out. It worked really good. And it kind of worked for August, the scent. Similarly, I worked on Bergamot Waters. This has sort of the same scent profile as Ariel, although they are different scents. When I started this one, I was probably this far down, like I used it a couple times again. So this one has been burning really good too. So now I am more like a 1/3 down rather than a 1/4 down. So making progress. Those will just carry over to next year. So this candle is Fireside Evenings. This is from Smith & Company Candle Company. And sadly, since my last video, they decided to take a pause on making candles and wax melts, and they're going to focus on their fragrance oil company, which that part is good. I'm glad they're doing that. But I was sad that they got rid of the candle portion of their business venture, but oh well. They may come back, who knows? They say it's just a pause, so we'll see. But I was planning on trying to do Fireside Evenings this summer. I had said I tried last fall and it didn't work, and maybe I could get, I don't know. It's too something for me. I like amber in some sense, so I don't want to say it's the amber, and it definitely is a scent that I'll smell in a store, so it's popular. It's just not my type of scent. So I think I'm going to end up destashing this. We'll see if I can do that. And while I'm destashing that one, I think I'm going to destash Autumn Leaves. This is not from my spring-summer list. It's from my fall list, but it's also just not quite my scent. I think it is similar in some ways to Bath & Body Works Leaves, but there's blue sage in it. I don't know. It's just not working for me. So those two I'm going to try to destash. Good luck. Okay. Sunrise Citrus, also from Smith & Company. I was maybe a 1/3 down when I started, and so now I only have a 1/3 left. So that's good. I used up that much. We are getting to some more 70s weather, which in Wisconsin is high summer, right? Well, not really, but so I might be in the mood to burn this during the next few weeks, but I'm not going to officially put it in my candle thing. We'll see. I might just save this for next. I do start citrus scents in like January or February, so maybe then I'll do it, but we'll save that one aside, most likely. And I also had salted caramel popcorn. This one was brand new. I hadn't used it at all. So I've used it, I think twice, maybe 3 times. And so it's still pretty full even with that. I got it to pool out the whole way the first time, but then I think I might have had to leave or something, and it didn't quite pull out the whole way, but pretty close. And usually once you get down past the neck, it does burn better. These are 100% soy candles, so I really like those. So that's good. I also worked on this candle my husband gave me. I think he got it on Etsy, but that is not confirmed. In loving memory of your 30s. This was also fresh, unused when I used it. And I used this one 2 or 3 times as well. So it made progress, but still has quite a bit left. And it does smell good. It's very similar to Scentsi's Vitamin R, that type of scent. Similar to Bath & Body Works Sunrise Woods, but Sunrise Woods is more woody and this is more sweet. So we will probably save that aside for the future as well. Sunrise Woods. Okay, this one I had just burned a little bit of it, not much. So I've made pretty decent progress on it. And I think I'm going to keep working on this for the fall and see if I can use that up since it's getting down there. This one is on the sooty side compared to my other ones I've been doing. But it also is burning hot, so I think that's why. And then I sometimes forget you need to blow that out so it doesn't get all sooty. And the wax does change color a little bit. So performance-wise, it's doing okay. Not the best, but it smells pretty good. And the last one that I've been using over the summer months is Book Loft. Technically, I didn't use this until early September, but that's okay. Okay, so this was fresh, brand new. And I'm also realizing that it kind of smells. It's similar to like the Ariel and Bergamot Waters, but a little more powdery, less sweet. But their description is only cozy up under a warm blanket as you turn the pages of your favorite book. So it doesn't say anything about what's in this candle. And it's not the type of scent that I can describe. Anyway, I almost didn't even light it up, but I did, and it's going pretty well. So I've used 1/2 inch of it or so. This, again, probably will just be set aside because I'm excited for actual fall candles. So let's see what I'm going to burn for the fall. All right, let's go back to my candle numbers. So when I first started counting for the summer months, I had 63 candles in my collection. Like I said, I would like to go down to about 10 per season, as I call it. So that would be 40. So my goal is to go down in number. I am currently at 68, but I just purchased 6 new Bath & Body Works candles, which I did post a haul for, and Scentsy gave us a candle at Scentsy Family Reunion. My husband and I made a candle. So I did definitely gain candles over the summer, but many of them are ones that I can use within the next 3 months. So that's good. I am beginning this fall with 17 candles on my fall list, but I do have some I'm pulling from that are on my all year long list, which mostly means bakery. So I've got some on that list that I'm also using this fall. And let's see what I have to work with. Like I said, I'm going to use Sunrise Woods some more and try to finish that one off. I still haven't lit my Scentsy candle. It is a fruity scent, so I don't think I will make a ton of progress on this, but I would like to see how they burn. And since it's going to be warmer soon, I think I'll do that this week, and then I can see, do I think it's worth it? Do I want to order either of the fall scents that they have out right now? This is the candle my husband and I made together last month. I called it Buttered Cranberry Cocktail because I used buttered rum and cranberry prosecco and some vanilla in it. It's very, very light on cold, so I'm kind of nervous. But it was a fun process. Anyway, it is a nice cozy scent, but not too heavy, so I'm going to try that out this fall and we'll see if it gets used up all the way or if I save it for the beginning of next year. This is my Goose Creek candle I would like to work on. It is Cool Harvest Morning, and there are no scent notes on it. I've had this candle almost the longest in my collection, and I mostly got it because I love this picture on it, and I was hoping I would like the scent, and I do like the scent. It's a little more earthy than many of my other scents that you will see, but it's good. But I just have been not actually burning it the last couple of years because I just look at it. I'm using it for that. So my goal this year is to at least make actual progress on that one. So as you can see, I've burned it before, but I need to get down a little bit. So, and it's a big candle, it'll take a bit. The other Goose Creek candle I'm planning to work on for the fall was one I also had out in the spring and summer and apparently didn't bring over for you. It is Cafe au Lait from their Goose Creek Strawberry Shortcake collection. This one's burning pretty good. It was new, I believe, when I started, and so it's a decent way down. This one burns pretty hot, but that's good because it's in my kitchen and we use our kitchen a lot, and I can no longer burn anything on my stove while we're either cooking or baking. We got a new stove and it's so hot that it just melts like a candle crock from the bottom. So I have to immediately move all candles, even when I have something in the oven. But I like it in my kitchen a lot as a coffee scent. From Smith & Company candles, the fall ones I have, well, my 17 fall ones includes the 2 I said I'm going to try to de-stash. So these are the other 3 that I have. Last year I did get really excited buying candles from them again, which I'm glad I did since that was my last chance for a while. I got Maple Mornings last year. This one is maple syrup, cinnamon, butter, and dough. And I would say it's more buttery sweet rather than super maple heavy. It's really yummy. It's just like a nice sweet bakery. So that one's a real fun one for the fall. I also have Farmhouse Fall, which I have had in the past. This is my second one. It was good enough to reorder. So I used this one a little bit already last year, and the scent notes are pumpkin, cinnamon, cornbread, and clove. This one is a little bit more of a spicy bakery, but still really yummy. Yeah, so I'm excited to burn this one as well. Caramel apples. This one is so good. I finished up one of these last year, and I think that was my second one I had because they've offered it a few times, but I got myself a backup. And again, I'm so glad I did because now I can't get them for sure. Anyway, caramel apples is just caramel, tart apple, maple, and cinnamon. It is a little bit closer to Rose Girl's like apple fritter or those types with the bakery in it, but it's really yummy. And I will enjoy that very much. I would not be surprised if I only use half of it though, so that I could have half a candle left the following year. Okay, so for Yankee candles, I've pulled back from buying from Yankee, but there are a few scents I just can't say no to. One of them is Cider House. I was able to get this from Kohl's for a few years, and then they just pulled it. They don't have it. And you can usually order them online, but my Meijer's has been selling them. So I'm pretty sure I got this one and one that looks just like it on clearance one year. And then I do have a backup. So I technically have 3 of these, but they're a little bit bigger, and if I just use this one, that's okay. And if I want more of it, I'll pull a backup. This one is just really sweet. It's not the same as Scentsy Winterberry Apple Tea, but it's kind of along those vibes. So Apple Pumpkin used to be my favorite Yankee fall scent, but I think Cider House is, which is why I have 3 of them now, especially with the fear that they will just go away completely. So looking forward to that one. And I do have, you know, about half left, a little bit more than half left. So that's a good amount to start with. Last year I also picked up this Yankee candle. It is Woodland Weekend Memories. No idea what the scent notes are. I love it so much, but it kind of smells like a cologne I would like my husband to wear. I hope I really, really like it burning too, but I haven't lit it because I'm like, what if I don't? And then it ruins it for me. So my goal this fall is to try to enjoy it as an actual candle, right? But I really do love the actual scent. Okay, and then Yankee also was doing, I don't know if they still are, maybe they are, but these 3-wick guys, trying to be like Bath & Body Works, but not like Bath & Body Works. Personally, I do enjoy these because they burn pretty well. I just like the aesthetic of it. I do like that it's a little bit larger candle, not quite as big as Homeworks, but bigger than the Bath & Body Works for something different. But they tend to not be quite as strong as I want them to, and they burn really fast. So they're really only worth it when I get them at like a ridiculous clearance price. So I try not to actually purchase them, even if I see them. But they stopped making Cider House in it, so I have less of an issue with that, right? Anyway, Apple Pumpkin was always my favorite fall candle for a very long time. It's got the apple and the pumpkin, as everyone mostly knows, and a little bit of spice. It's just warm and cozy. And then my other favorite is Pumpkin Apple, which I feel like they used to be a little more similar. I think Pumpkin Apple is more bright than it used to be, but maybe I've just changed. But I have the Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Apple. So good. So I've got my one. I'm going to try not to buy a backup for next year and trust that it'll come back, but there's no guarantee, right? But I like these two for sure. Just love that cozy apple feel. So the last candles I have are those 6 candles I purchased from Bath & Body Works and recently put a haul up for. Well, technically, Salted Butterscotch is not one of the ones I just purchased. This is the one I already had in my collection, but it's still new. So I've got this one and a backup, and I'm excited to use this. I really could probably use this all year long if I wanted to. So yeah, I'll use that one for sure, and possibly the backup. And then I had purchased Pumpkin Donut Shop, brand new, looks really good. Apple Crisp, I considered returning this one because I wasn't super impressed on the cold sniffs, but I think it's going to go really good with my other Apple Bakery vendor wax, so we're going to do that. And the Scentsy scent, what's it called? Caramel Sugar Cookie is one of those scents that a lot of people just don't like, but I do pretty much like it. But to me, it leans that type of bakery, like the Apple Fritter or whatever, that type of vendor bakery. So I am here for it, and I think it'll go good with Apple Crisp sometimes too. Cider Lane. This is a candle I've never had before, but I've had wax, so I am excited to actually have a candle. Would not be opposed to getting a spare one of these if I find it somewhere, but since they're online only, I'm going to tell myself to wait till next year. We'll see if that happens. If they have them left in the Candle Day sale, I could get one, but they usually don't have fall candles left for that. Cinnamon Sugar Coffee Cake. This one was also on the chopping block, so to speak, / I thought about returning it. I'm getting more of like the clove, and there's probably not clove, but it's smelling clovey to me. So it's kind of a earthier spice. and not so much like, oh, yummy cinnamon sugary, but we'll see how it does burning. And if I absolutely hate it after 2 burns, I will go exchange it after all. But I'm supposed to love cinnamon sugar scents, so. And Praline Delight. This one especially is for my husband's tastes. Yeah, I can smell the sugariness of it, like Lavender and Speckles pie crust right now. I am deeply obsessed with it. It's got the same sort of sugar to it. So, yeah. So those are my candles. So I've got quite a few new ones to get through. That's a lot because sometimes I start with a bunch of half empty ones. But since it's fall and I burn a lot more in the fall, I'm up for the challenge. We're gonna burn candles and be happy, right? So yes, so thank you for watching my candle update. I will do a little bit more in-depth reviews. If I empty any, I'll put them in my empties, and then I'll be back probably right around Thanksgiving, depending on how life is going at the time, to switch out fall candles for winter candles, because that's my other giant category. And we will see how many I can get used up from fall and see if I can get my number to be under 10 and see if I can get my overall number to stay down, which means trying not to buy new ones. All right, we will talk to you later. Bye.